Oh, those pesky internet Reddit new atheists. Oh, man. Yeah, I just don't deal with those Reddit type atheists. You know, those new atheists, the internet atheists, the YouTube atheists, the whatever label atheist. You're so annoying. Oh, man. You're so irritating. You're so ugly. You're so stupid. You're this. You're that. Your insult means nothing to me. Your ad hominem attack upon a non existent entity known as the Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, internet atheist doesn't win you any debate, doesn't make your position right. It doesn't make you right. It doesn't add to the conversation. It does nothing at all other than show that you have no argument. When you use an ad hominem, you have given up on logic and reason. This is the phenomenon that I've seen now and again where people will say, oh, you're an internet atheist, you're a Reddit atheist, you're a new atheist, you're a this, you're a that. I've done it, probably. You're a typical theist. I've done that. And we shouldn't. We shouldn't do this. We shouldn't use illogic to try to make our point. So, what's the point that you want to make? Well, the type of atheist that you are is what? Non-intellectual, not skeptical enough for you, too skeptical. They're wrong because they do X, Y, and Z. They believe in this and they don't believe in that. What is the point? Just make that point. You're doing this thing, in this case a meme, you're doing that meme, you're asking for citations. That's a meme. Wow, really? Asking for proof is a meme now? I guess that means it's not true. If it's a meme, then it can't possibly be true. Oh, wait, no. It's still true that we want citations, and it also might be a meme. So, what's your point? Now, I made a blog post ages ago. I'm all the things. I said I'm whatever the label is you want me to be. I'll be the bigot, the racist, the homophobe, the evil, whatever the thing is. Whatever that label is you want to apply, I'll accept it. Sure. And then I ask, what's your argument? Because really, that's the only response that's needed when an ad hominem attack is applied. Okay, sure. And what's your point? What's your argument? It might be true that I'm X, Y, and Z bad thing, and that proves nothing. Unless and until you have a valid and sound argument, nobody should care. When you say stuff and you don't back up that stuff, people shouldn't believe you. When you make claims and you don't prove those claims, nobody should believe you. When you say something is true and you provide zero evidence that it is true, nobody should believe you. This isn't about new, internet, Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, whatever label, atheist in general, atheism. This is about how to make an argument. If you're going to make a statement, that statement is considered, by and large, an argumentation of some sort. You're trying to convince other people of your idea. And you're either going to present them with a reasoned argument using facts, or you're just going to say stuff and hope they believe you. If you just say stuff, and then when somebody comes back and says, prove that, and you just go, well, I mean, obviously it's true, or go Google it, or whatever, you're not actually doing what you need to do. The burden of proof is still upon the one that makes the claim. And if you're making a claim on the internet or on YouTube or on Twitter or in real life or anywhere else, actually the internet is part of real life, if you make the claim, you have the burden. And when you ad hominem people, you have failed to make a convincing argument. There are no internet, Reddit, new, whatever atheists. There are people online that might use Reddit. They might do this. They might do that. Maybe you view their arguments as being subpar because you're a highbrow intellectual. Oh, no. I don't use Reddit. I use YouTube. Well, that's better than Reddit. I use Twitter. Whatever. Look, you're no better than anybody else, and maybe you're actually worse than many. It's not a penis measuring contest. We're all hopefully trying to get to reality, and you're either part of that conversation or you aren't, and you signify that you aren't when and if you make that ad hominem attack rather than talking about the problem that you're having. And primarily the problem that people have is challenging the belief that they hold. You hold ideas that you think are true or false, and the question you must ask yourself is, am I willing and able to challenge these beliefs, especially if I hold them very dearly to me? I'm very used to these beliefs. Challenging them is going to cause me internal hardship in my brain, but am I willing to do that? And am I able to do that? And how do I do that? And you go about that difficult work before you make a video against whatever position or for whatever position. And when and if somebody criticizes you and points out fallacies or points out errors, you accept it and you correct yourself and you say, I was wrong about X, Y, and Z. Okay, hopefully I won't make that mistake again. And then you move on. Or you can just say stuff and insult people and hope that that works. And I guess some people have given up on logic and reason because they do that. So stop it. Anyways, that's all I got for you. Until next time, well, don't be a pesky internet/Reddit/new atheist. Just be an atheist or skeptic or, well, just accept reality as it presents itself. And if you think that that includes some supernatural thing or a god or whatever, okay, cool, fine. Let's talk about it. Let's reason together. Let's do some logic together. And if you don't want to do logic, go somewhere else.